Looking for one.
Yep. I didn't think it was that funny.
I didn't know.
Wherever we go, the 93 is going to go, Joe, so you make up your mind.
No, we didn't lose a lap in the pits. But did he lose?
No, he didn't lose.
No, he didn't lose it. He didn't. Yeah.
He was up front. He was up front, and now he's way back.
You're on the outside.
Yeah, I would say
37, I guess.
Yep.
Still inside. You got a quarter pound.
37 cars, so the 50 is.
Look at that. In Talladega, Alabama. Now, even the most casual of race fans have got to enjoy this. We have 37 cars in the lead draft, 3 wide at almost 195 miles an hour.
And right in the middle, right, you see the orange car. That's Jeff Purvis. Remember, he was black by NASCAR, lost a lap. He now is back on the lead lap in 17th position. But unfortunately, he's right in the middle, and now we got a battle for the lead as Blaney drives to the inside of McLaughlin.
Still outside.
Trying to take the lead.
Behind.
That's a spotter on the roof of this racetrack.
3 wide.
Talking to the driver, looking at where the other traffic is. There comes LaJoy and Nemechek back by Blaney.
Still 3 wide.
LaJoy pulled over to try to help Blaney, but he had such a run. He said, "Why should I help him? I think I'll just try to go for the lead." And he has the lead. He's coming off turn 4.
That's what's amazing about this place. A mile ago, Blaney was challenging for the lead. When they hit the stripe, he'll be back in about 6th or 7th position.
Or 10th.
Or 10th, yeah. Exactly. Exactly, he is 10th. Good call, man.
Now, folks, take a look at how large this lead draft is at Talladega. From high above Talladega Superspeedway, the fine folks at our Outlaw Copter Cam give us this shot. 37 cars. And every single one of those cars is in the lead lap battling for position. And last time by, they ran right at 192 miles per hour. 37 cars in contention in one cluster on this racetrack.
Just think, Kyle, if the race were to end this way and you go home and say, "How'd you finish?" "Well, I finished 37th. I didn't do too good." "How far were you behind?" 2 seconds.
It's like they always say, you can throw a blanket over. You can throw a blanket over this entire crowd right here, and they're running 3 and 4 wide. It's like I said in the opening. You can be 18th and 6th in line in the outside line.
That's why they stand in line to come to Talladega. NASCAR high bank action. Today it's the NASCAR Busch Series. On Sunday it's NASCAR's Winston Cup, the premier stock car series in the world, on the high banks of Talladega. Now they are 4 wide. Make it 5 wide down the backstretch. They shuffle back to 3 wide, chasing LaJoy.
Just look up here, and Lyndon Amick has moved up into 4th place. I'm going to have to give him a call. He has had a terrible year with that Scana team. They've missed races. They've struggled. But they went back and regrouped after a couple of races. They've come back strong the last couple of weeks, qualified well, and here he is running 4th.
You know, Kyle, his best run was actually in the season opener at Daytona, and he was leading at Daytona. Remember, they had a problem with the transmission on the restart, and that cost him a great finish in Florida. But this is the same car they had in Daytona. If they can just finish, they probably will get a good finish for today.
Terry Labonte, Mike McLaughlin has now worked his way back to about the 7th spot. And in jeopardy of losing another spot as Shane Hall tries to go on the inside. And here are the 4 car of Jeff Purvis is now running in the 6th position in the lead draft with the first 5 cars. Look at this.
He was as low as 43rd on lap 3 after being black flagged for getting a little bit of nudge on the start, jumping the start. A 2-time pole sitter, won the pole here at Talladega, 94 and 95, back-to-back years. Has not won here in Busch competition. At Kenseth in the car number 17, looking to the inside of Joe Nemechek.
These Busch guys are racers. They get in line, and those first 5 or 6 are able to check out just a little bit, but about the same time, oh, look at 63, Chuck Bound jumped to the inside. But about the time they begin to break away, they decide they want to race and run too wide. Everybody catches up, and that's why we've got a pack here.
Tell you what, that Super Flow Chevy is super fast. Chuck Bound has made a couple of daring moves to make it 3 wide, and yeah, there's the 4 car. From a lap down, here comes Purvis, and he will get down on the bottom and try to draft by with Bound. No, he's going to try to go beneath Bound.
And there he did. He went by on the inside of him, and meanwhile, Mike McLaughlin trying to go as well. And it's no wonder these fans are standing up watching this action.
While they are 2 by 2 back in the pack there, LaJoie, the leader running by himself, has pulled away by about 10 car lengths. There's LaJoie coming right at you down that 4,000-foot back straightaway. That's the Lance Chevy of Purvis on the inside. Nemechek on the outside, battling for second.
Meanwhile, Chuck Bound appears to be caught once again in the middle as Tim Feet was on the inside.
With the actions now stabilized, still side by side, the front. Let's check in the pits with Bill Weber.
Well, Jerry, as you know, these crew chiefs and spotters continue to tell their drivers information on what's going on around them and behind them. The latest information to Joe Nemechek is try and hook up with Jeff Purvis. They believe he's the fastest car on the racetrack. If they can get together, they think they might be able to edge away. Earlier, it was going to be the 87 and 93. That didn't work out. You know how fast these relationships can fall apart, but right now they want Nemechek to try and run with Purvis. We'll see what happens.
Friendships on a super speedway at 190 plus miles an hour.
And here goes Nemechek on the outside of Labonte. Randy LaJoie got a great run on him, and by him he goes, or almost by him. Who was that said, oh, come on, was that LaJoie?
It's behind you.
It's Nemechek's
Stay with us, Joe.
Yeah, that was Nemechek's spotter. And Kyle, it's let's make a deal on a super speedway. Who can make the best deal? Who has the best friends when it comes to getting a drafting partner?
Everybody's your friend for about a straightaway, and then you got a new friend when you get to another straightaway.
All right, let's see who are the friends now. Looks like it's going to be Purvis and LaJoie, a couple of Busch Series regulars with McLaughlin right behind them. We're talking about the 1, 4, and 34 cars on the inside lane. There they come trying to draft by, and they will draft by Nemechek.
As strong as Purvis,
Trying to get to the bottom there, Brady.
as strong as Purvis has been, and as strong as LaJoie has shown, I'm not sure these two cars want to get hooked up like this because they could check out on everybody the way they both come through the pack. But you know, these guys are. You heard Nemechek's spotter there say you got to get to the bottom. A minute ago he was cheering for him because he took the lead in the outside lane, and now he's telling him he's in the wrong lane. He needs to get to the bottom.
Now remember, Mike McLaughlin did not pit. We are moving in on lap number 50, and there has to be some concern about when they're going to be able to get in onto pit road. Right, Ray Dunlap?
Well, there really is, Jerry, and the problem is they know that they could go 47 green flag laps. We've had a few laps of caution, so that does extend out a little bit. It might go up to 55, maybe even 56. But if this race stays green, Mike McLaughlin is going to have to give up his top 5 spot right now and come down pit road all by himself, and that would be devastating.
Indeed it would be. He is 4th in the point standings. We've already lost Elton Sawyer, our point leader, and Jason Keller, who was 3rd coming in today. So McLaughlin running 4th in the standings, currently being shown in the top 5 in 3rd position.
How some drivers love this. They just love all this speed and all this tree breath. I've never found it too much fun. Do you?
I tell you what, Benny, I was like Adam and Casey and Kevin and Wayne Grubb and those guys. When I was 18 or 19, I loved to come to Talladega. I thought it was a dream come true to come down here. I'm 38 now. I hate it. And I'm gonna tell you, I think that comes with experience, man. You get to the point where you say, God, any place but Talladega.
Very nerve-wracking to be out there side by side, three abreast, just like Dave Blaney right in the middle.
How about talking to Casey Atwood, the 18-year-old driver, car number 27, 193.002. His first time ever at Talladega, and he was the fastest car that time by. Too young to know better, Kyle.
Too young to know better. I think that's what it's. I think that's exactly right. After you hit here a couple of times, you say, you know, these balls are hard. You know, and at 190, they're really hard.
See Blaney about to lose another spot as we see Adam Petty on the outside. He's hanging in there. Adam's running a 16th spot right now.
Adam ran an ARCA race here last October. Had a good run going as we have another incident. The car.
I think that was Adam. I think he and Blaney got together right there coming up out of the corner. I think Blaney jumped up into it just a little bit. Just one of those deals, man. When you race that close, that's what happens.
And caution will come out as they come across and make it lap 52. And that will be a break for Mike McLaughlin, not a break for Adam Petty, the 18-year-old driver of the Spree Chevrolet. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't look like much of a nudge, but you can see the car when it slows down, the whole right front is shoved in.
Take a look as they come off the corner, and right there we see the contact between Blaney and Adam. And I tell you what, Adam does a great job to keep that car going straight as we see Ed Barrier back in the Lear car make some contact with Kelly Denton. A lot of contact back there for no more crashes than this, Kyle.
Yeah, a lot of contact. You see Adam get out of shape right here. He comes down into Blaney, or Blaney comes up whichever way, but he gets out of loose. He comes back down into Blaney, then up into the outside wall. You see Ed Barrier get hit right here and move to the outside, and they begin to split. And this is where these guys are a lot of inexperienced drivers, but they drove like they were veterans. They just went to the inside, went to the outside, and they were able to hold their position, and nothing more came out of it except for one car.
And there's a look at 18-year-old Adam Petty. What a job he did hanging on to that race car. The car got sideways up across into the wall. Now he climbs out of his damaged Chevrolet, the Spree Chevrolet. I was just getting ready to say he had run an ARCA race here last October, qualified 11th, was running 6th, and got involved in an accident while he was making his way to the front. I just started to say that, and son of a gun, he's in the wall here in the trial bowl after contact.
Now we'll take a look at this once again from our Outlaw copter cam. There's Adam on the outside as he come off turn 4. And right there, I think, right there, we're going to see Adam go down and as he tries to keep from hitting Blaney, once again, it's one of these deals you try to keep from hitting the other guy, and you get yourself in trouble.
Brad Loney did a nice job to be able to avoid Adam Petty coming off the wall.
Now, the question I've got is, with the cars that pitted before, will they change 2 tires and fuel up for the rest of the race? McLaughlin, I would feel like, has to change 4 tires. Ray Dunlap, what kind of strategy have we got going on down there?
Well, yeah, I think that is definitely going to be the strategy here. They're going to take all the fuel they can get, and that should push them into where there's just one more stop. Now let's go to Bill Weber.
Well, and the Purvis pit, they have told Jeff they definitely cannot make it. They cannot make it from here. They're still discussing their strategy, but they definitely can't make it from here on fuel. Back to you, Ray.
Definitely the same situation for Mike McLaughlin. They cannot make it the rest of the distance, so there will be one more pit stop beyond this. But what a break for Mike McLaughlin and the Gould Pumps team to have that caution come out, because they were getting ready. They had the equipment up on the pit wall. They knew they were going to have to pit soon. Here comes Mike McLaughlin in right now. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment in the right front. No chassis adjustment is scheduled right now because the car is very, very good. Gas and 4 tires. Right side tires are done. Now to Bill Weber.
A lot of 2-tire stops here. Jeff Purvis pulled up too far and had to back up. They got the right side tires on, ready to top it off with fuel. One car's already away, the 15's away, the 00 almost in the 4, the 44's away.
Wow, flurry of activity in the pits here on lap 54. Let's go back to Ray.
Tough break for Mike McLaughlin here as they had an excellent pit stop, but Kevin Grubb had pitted right in front of them and was in the very back of his pit box, so Mike McLaughlin had a very slow exit out of the pit lane. They had a great pit stop, but it was all for naught.
I still believe Mike McLaughlin's got to be feeling very fortunate right now. That caution flag came out, kept him from having to make a green flag pit stop. He has made a stop and lost some spots, but he is on the lead